Hello, boys and girls, it's me again. Today, this video is going to be talking about our vocabulary words, okay? So remember, our vocabulary words are our fancy, hold on, I need to get a drink. Vocabulary words are our fancy schmancy words that we find in our books. And remember, we always try and listen for our fancy schmancy words in other books. So you guys, I know you've heard lots of our fancy schmancy words when we're reading our read aloud and stuff like that. So I want you to keep doing that still, okay? I want you to not only to listen for our fancy schmancy words, but I also want you to try to use them when you're talking, okay? Instead of the boring way, use the fancy schmancy words, okay? So the first one that I wanted to talk to you about was, ooh, you're gonna like these a lot, okay? These you can actually act out on your own, okay? So this one made me think about this page right here. When Tara was getting a little bit older and learning how to play. So there are two words, and this one is it. So, oh, I know my football players in my class are going to like this one. So, this football player here, okay, he wants to try and get the football, but it's kind of far away from him. So he has to jump on it, right? Like we've seen the Chiefs do. But instead of using jump, could you use the word, let me find it, hold on, pounce, okay? Hopefully that's not backwards for you. Pounce means to jump on something suddenly to grab a hold of it, okay? So the Chiefs players pounce on the ball. Sometimes they pounce on each other when they're trying to sack the quarterback, right? Not ours. Nay, nay, I say. Not Mahomes. There's another fancy word beside pounce, and it is creep, okay? Whoops. To creep means to move slowly and quietly. So if you just put your baby down for a nap, mom has to creep outside the room to not make a noise, okay? So creep means to move slowly and quietly, okay? So I want you to pause the video. And now don't make too much ruckus in case the grown-ups in your house are trying to work, but I want you to practice creeping and practice pouncing, okay? Creep and pounce. So go ahead and pause the video and then come back to me. All right, so you practice that. Our next two fancy schmancy words are wild, okay? And I actually talked about this a lot in my videos. When an animal is wild, it usually lives in nature, away from people, and it's on its own, right? So you can't really have a whale as a pet, right? So it's in the wild. Okay, but some animals are tame, okay, kind of like Tara. If an animal has been tamed, it's been trained to be gentle and live with people, okay? It's not wild. So your dog, your cat that you have at your house is tame because it's been trained by you, it's around you. But even dogs and cats can be wild if they are like a homeless dog or cat and they are out in the wild and they've never been in a house before or never had somebody, they can be wild too. Okay, so our vocabulary words were creep, pounce, wild, and tame. Let's see if you guys can listen for them in everyday life and use them when you're talking, okay? All right, that was our vocabulary lesson for today. I will see you later, alligator.